Welcome, viewers, to part 3 of the adventures, or the Paint Daub Outpost. The adventures of the Paint Daub Outpost. We're slowly getting things underground. Let's have a quick look up the top. Still got a lot of stuff in here. Really need to get it out, and we're getting very, very close now to our full moon, which we're a little bit wary of. In the last episode, we sort of found out what we may be dealing with when it gave us that little bit of a warning about the hand of Uthalagadaz. God, I've got it written down. I wish the names were simpler, but they're just not. The name's as scary as the actual beast itself. So I am concerned about the week after the full moon, and it is coming up now. We've got most things underground. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and we've turned off our miners just to try to sort of get things happening. They've got a long way to go. You see that actually there's a little bit of grass in through there. This is actually fungus from downstairs, which is actually really, really useful. If we can sort of get like muddy ground, we can even make a pen underground if we wanted to. So now that we've actually opened up the caverns, this will actually then sort of show through. By the way, we also then came across a troll. I think that's still floating around somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? Troll was over here somewhere. Not sure where it's gone. Anyway, there was a troll floating around. We're secure. We've actually secured this. We did accidentally stumble into this area. Got to be super careful in Dwarf Fortress. Now, did I change? Yeah, I've changed this one now back to being able to help. So they're moving things down, bringing the dogs down into the pens that we actually have down through this side, which is important. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at drawbridges and starting to get a few things sort of working in through there. So the guys are sort of building mechanisms, and we'll do that with the drawbridge. Eventually, I'm just thinking I was going to make it a 4x4. I'm going to make it a 3x3, and then have traps around the other side of it, just so that we've actually got it. If anything does make it down this far, and this is all open so far, we'll then be able to sort of make better use of this. So they're now moving all the animals back into here, which is good. The cat's being brought down, and then running back out again. Which is what the cats do. The cats sort of rule the roost in Dwarf Fortress. Now it's full moon. It's full moon. There's nothing showing up just yet. This is now where it becomes dangerous. I'm going to very quickly build this 3x3. We do actually have a pear wood splint in the way, so I'll move that out of the way. It's not slated yet for removal, but that could cause the drawbridge to be stopped. Initially, I'm just going to put a lever over here because this is where most of the actual traffic will actually occur. So, and I'll probably put another door in here actually, ultimately. Anyway, let's just get all of these different things built. So, drawbridge. So the drawbridges, now the thing with a drawbridge is, I've mentioned in the last episode, trolls and things like that have got like this ability to smash open doors. Most other normal humanoids can't, but the bigger ones can. So anything that's large, like Forgotten Beast, generally can smash open doors. It's called like a door smashing trigger or something. I forget exactly what it's referred to, but it actually does allow them to smash their way through furniture and through doors. So when we have a door established here, it gives us some protection, particularly in the early part of the fortress, but doesn't give us full protection. Whereas a drawbridge will actually open up and then close up against the wall, so it goes down and then just comes back up. Now there's 5 different ways you can build a drawbridge, and I'll show you that when we get into there. So let's go and start building. We go to the build menu yet again. A drawbridge is a construction because it's a bridge, and so the drawbridge is just a bridge. Now we've got, as I say, there's 5 different versions. When we open this one up, we then have to paint, but we have to first of all select what the drawbridge will be. And you'll see that if I look down at the actual symbol down in the bottom here, where I'm just wiggling that around, you'll see that there's gears on one end, and then the bridge itself will be at the other end. And so the gears are on either side of how it's going to then raise. And so you can see there, when it's going to raise up to the left, that gear will be top and bottom, so that it raises up that way. So that's going to be sort of what will end up happening. Then we've got, like if it's going to raise to the north, you can see the gears on either side. If it's going to raise to the south, the gears will be on the other one, and then this one here will be to raise the other way. The fifth type of bridge is a retracting bridge. And so a retracting bridge just looks like a piece of ground. And so these can retract back away. And so you can create traps out of these things as well. But the retracting bridge is not going to save our fort because it doesn't go anywhere. And they need to have at least one piece of stable ground underneath them. And so what we're just going to do is we're just going to go and raise it to the north. So this is the one that we want. We want the gears to the top because we want it to sort of raise up and close off at the top. So we're just now going to go, and we don't just click once, we click and then just go and drag in the size of the bridge that we want. So I want this size here, and we're just going to make this one out of granite because it's right there. So this will be someone will now start to come and build that one. Now to have it raise, we need to actually have a lever to pull it to raise it. Now that can be anywhere in the fortress. I'm thinking actually I might just build it over here or over here ultimately, because we're going to have traffic walking through here initially, and I probably won't get rid of these levers for quite some time. So if we just go to build, and then we go down to machines and fluids, lever at the top there, and we'll just go and throw this one, just move this one across. I'm just going to throw that lever in there. And we've now got a number of different mechanisms. Whatever we make it out of will be the color that we create. Now eventually we're not going to have the lever here, we're going to use it somewhere else. So we'll create a lever there, and then we'll connect it as soon as we possibly can. It's important we get this security as quickly as we possibly can, and that we've got enough stuff to survive and get forward with things as quickly as we can as well. So we'll just leave that one there. I'm going to now open up this. I think actually how much have we still got? We're getting not much left there anymore. So there's just a little bit. Yeah, we're very, very close to getting everything inside now. So I think we'll start to now bring wood inside as well. We just need to have at least a little bit of wood. Just press F2 so we come back down into here. Even if I just make that a wood stockpile initially. But I'm going to now go back into this area, and we're just going to change the blueprint and sort of open this one back up. So let's just make this into a wood stockpile. So it's messy at the moment. So wood stockpile there, except wood. And we'll eventually, in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to the top because I don't need a wood stockpile at the top anymore. So I'll just go F1. So this wood stockpile here, that can go. We'll permanently remove that stockpile. That way this will become available for them to quickly try to go and get more wood downstairs. And then we'll make that wood stockpile a larger one as well once we actually sort of get down into this particular layer. So we're a long way down underground here now. And we'll just let everyone sort of start to do what they're going to be doing. This one's not built yet. We're bringing animals in. Here we go. It's now... what have we got through there? Actually, let's let them open. So a snowstorm has now come. This is going to be a very, very cold location up top. Yeah, we're getting some wood, and that will be helpful. Just get everything established. So he's now building the bridge. He's removed this thing off the side, which is good, so no one was trying to bring this one back in. You've got buckets and things we're bringing back in as well. This is good. It's great that we've got all this stuff in here. Those bins that we created are being used now. And if you have a look, they've got, it's made out of granite. Hang on, I'm looking at the wrong thing. If we have a look at this one here, this is a cloth bin, so we've just got some thread in this one at this stage. This one here is it's got some rope in it. So we can start to sort of put things into the bins. The empty bins will show it's empty. There we go. We've now got the bridge established, and now they've fallen asleep on the bridge. Okay, it's all good, and we've got a human spearman that's actually now visiting us as well. And so they will just hover around a little bit. They may actually ask to stay, but we've still got a lot of work to do. Right, now let's go and get our miners mining again, because they should be mining. So we'll just go back to our characters. Our main miner, Udib, is asleep at the moment. Actually, everyone's sleeping everywhere where they are. They're just exhausted. But we've sort of now half secured the bridge. Now we do actually have this lever that's now been erected, but we need to now connect this one to the bridge itself. And so to do that, we just go and click on the lever, link the lever, and then click on the bridge. Now, if we're in different Z levels, you can sort of navigate anywhere you like through the fortress, but we'll just go across, link that one there, and if we do that one, it's going to be a quick job to do it, but let's just go and leave that one in that particular instance, and we'll just let everyone have a bit of a snooze, still go and get whatever they possibly can, and while it's still safe, we'll just move. Now we're going to have visitors coming from all over the place. Now this is full at the moment. This is good, and I'm just going to go back to this stockpile, and we're going to again just repaint it along this corridor. So we'll just get even more wood downstairs. Just if we come under siege, we may need the wood for beds and things, and because you need to make beds out of wood in this game. So we'll actually make this whole corridor struck rock crystal in through this side as well. Initially, I'm not caring about what we find. We found these little crystals and things. Let's just keep on going this way, repaint this one, make it go along the whole corridor. So we're really compact. So this sort of is now if we have a look and see what's happening, he's actually storing. I don't know if anyone's... Yeah, this one's actually now got the granite mechanism. So it's made out of 3 pieces of granite plus the mechanism. So it looks like the lever underneath here, if we go and click on it, has now no longer got that one. It's got an extra mechanism in there as well. So it's got 2 mechanisms. It's got the one mechanism to build the lever, and the other mechanism to connect the actual to connect the bridge. So we now are pretty secure. Like if anything, we can sort of now survive with what we've actually got. So this is actually really good. We're sort of now in a very strong position. Weather is now cleared. That's fine. We'll just leave that one where that is. Yep, that's good. So the snowstorm is gone. Just press F1. Still got a few little things at the side here. Here's this the human spearman. There's nowhere for him to go. They're just got, actually, sorry, there is one big important thing we need to change. This is a meeting hall, and by default, this is our meeting hall until we create a new meeting hall. And so we need to go downstairs and say, this is now our meeting hall somewhere. And it can be anywhere, just as long as it's sort of inside the safe area. Just go to F2. I might even make the meeting hall overlap into here. So we'll just go into areas, and we just go to meeting area. And by default, we'll just put a meeting area in here initially. So that will be it. We'll just accept that. So it's a pen and now a meeting hall as well. And that will now change the meeting area from up above. So everyone will now, no one will sit outside anymore. They will come inside, and this will be where everyone actually does come. I should have done that, well, about now, I guess, is sort of the right sort of time. Now that we've got this established, let's now go and start the process of working with the rest of the fortress. Now we're going to be needing to go up and down because we're going to need to make use of the aquifer. There's a lot of stuff we need to do here. So if we have a look at this, we can go up there, that's not safe there. Okay, so we can go up there. So that's secure there. That's not secure there. If we have a quick look and see, it's only one wide. What's in there? That's not good. If I went there, that would be where I'd prefer to go. If I do it fast enough, I can then sort of block in around it. Just think about it. Then we come back up, and then we're actually okay. But then this is all aquifer. See how it's all damp? So we've got damp rock there. So the aquifer changes shape a little bit. Like we're seeing a bit of dampness on the side, but it hasn't really affected us. So we've sort of been lucky. Then we're in the aquifer. Yeah, so this is actually... The aquifer does extend down. This is actually quite a dangerous little spot for us, actually. So I was thinking I do need to get up and into the aquifer, and we will actually need to do that. We'll need to plan ahead a little bit with this. So maybe we just make it a down area. So going down from here, no problem. We don't really have any issues. So I'll make this I'll still do what I was going to do, and then we'll figure out a different way to then deal with the aquifer afterwards. So we'll have to do something on this layer. This will now be our main area into our fortress. So this will be where everything actually does happen. And so I will actually flatten this area off. So I'll just go mining, and we'll just make it into a little 4x4. We'll just get into our stairs, and we'll now start to make these go down. And we'll make them go down a little way, but we should now be fairly safe. I'll get it down to, say, elevation 1. So there's a fair few different layers in through there. And then this will be where we actually build our actual fortress. I can put gates in through here as well, but let's just leave it. We've got the initial gates have sort of been set up. By the way, with these doors, whoops, if I go into here, I would need to lock this, otherwise anything can walk through this. But at this stage, we're still doing stuff outside. Now so Alba Bear Spot is wanting to actually stay with us to hunt down monsters. Now, this is okay. Just don't have too many of them. They'll just go hunting and do their own thing if they can get outside. It would be interesting to actually do it. Let's just approve it, particularly if we do end up having to break through into this area to sort of make use of it. But having a look at when we have a look at what we can do through here, the water that we sort of saw here really is something that was something we've got to try to avoid if we can do it. Yeah, we've got a cave swallow in through there as well. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We may even go through a different area, like outside of our main fortress, to actually open up these areas a little bit. But we'll just see what happens. It's right, they're just getting all the wood. I'm not worrying about the stone at this stage. Alright, so they'll just keep on coming. Might just get a few more bins. And we're going to need beds now as well. And we don't need a bed for everyone right at the start, but look, we might as well start getting it done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and probably one extra one to create like a dormitory. Or we probably want 2 to make a dormitory. And so this will then be the start of the actual entrance, or the depth into down below. Now, this is really just our initial stage. Then we come further down into the fortress, and you can see this is our access point in, but this is where we're going to be building everything off from. And we're probably going to extend off to the left, I would guess, ultimately, for most of the actual fortress. And so I'm just going to give myself a couple of layers to play with before I start to then build. And so I'm just going to go and make a landing here. And I've got to then think about what I'm going to build on each of these layers. Now, initially, we are going to be wanting to have a bedroom layer, but I like to have my workshops and things. Actually, the workshops could be deeper down, so maybe bedrooms would be okay up this high. We need an actual meeting hall. There's all sorts of different things that we need. In fact, if you're trying to sort of think of, okay, well, what do we need? Just go to this thing. We are going to need to have like a hall, and you can see there it also can be used for taverns and temples. So we need an area where I want one area for all of those things: the main hall, the temples, the taverns, and what else has it got there? The hospital. No, I will actually do that one separately in a different way. I'll show you. We'll try to figure out a good way to actually have that one then work. We may be able to use the aquifer to do all sorts of weird and wonderful things, as long as just depending on what we find deeper down. So at this stage, we don't really know what we need. We don't have a water source. That's going to be something important for us. And so we do have to get access to water somehow. And we've got all this water above us. So I do want to do some sort of, and we wanted this to be a bit of a machinery run. Like I want this to be where we look at machines and look at weird and wonderful ways to build things in Dwarf Fortress. So I think we'll actually make use of that. So maybe we even make this into our actual, our initial layer. Maybe this is like the temple layer that we sort of, and the meeting halls and things. So we could actually build that one off there and then make use of the water that's above us to then go and create something. But we are going to need to push that one out somehow into a cavern area. So we probably need to keep on hunting down until we actually dig into the next cavern layer. So we'll actually just keep them digging down. Hopefully we get to that next layer at some point, so we can actually, and then if we find water down there, that will then change everything as well. So anyway, we'll just keep them sort of coming. So that will be one layer. We'll figure that one out as well at the time. I'll just allow sort of like 2 layers between each one. I like having an extra one, like we go there, go up, and then we get this one. By having two, it just gives you a little bit of a buffer zone to then be able to do extra things on that interim, on that in-between layer. So I'll just do that a couple of times. So be careful I don't override what they're building in through there. And this one as well. And that'll be enough to just get us started, I think. Oh no, I'll go one more. So I just like having little landings, and then I like having choke points that I can put doors on. Now, if anything sort of comes, they will sort of then tell us when there's anything going on. It's now no moon, so we should be pretty safe from any night creatures. And we just go to F1 now. Things are still being built. Found galena, that's good. Cobalite, kimberlite, this is good stuff. Sort of a little bit more to bring back in. Now if we just go back to F2 again, yeah, they've got, see how they're now organising things because of the bins. This is now looking, this is starting to look quite neat. The rock, we don't actually have anywhere to place the rock. This is fine with what we actually have with the wood at the stage. This gives us enough just to worry about it. If we go back up the top, we've still got wood up here, but that's actually fine. Now we can actually start thinking about like making a fortress up through this side. Now we're probably going to need to get rid of the wagon if we do that. The wagon can be disassembled, so this is made out of tower cap, which is like a mushroom log. There is still pigtail thread there, and I actually want that inside. So we do actually want the wagon. I'll just wait until they bring everything else in. Now, what are you doing out here? You're storing item in stockpile. That's okay. Yeah, they're picking up more. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think now we're done. Let's go and disassemble the wagon as well. So we're now slated that one for removal. We've got all our grazing animals out through here. Ah, here we go. Cool, 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 cool. So we've now found another second cavern underground. And so if we just go more, and then we're just going to quickly pause it, discovered a downward passage. They can be dangerous, but I don't think we're deep enough for that to be a passage into the underworld as such, but it does lead down even deeper. So I'll show you all these things. We'll go down and have a look at this one, and we'll just click on OK. I just want to make sure I pause this, pause straight away. Have a quick look in through this side. So we've discovered a downward passage. If I just go and click on that one through there, now this is, yeah, we're seeing a passage in through here somewhere. Okay, that will be enough. Let's just right-click this one. So where did we come in? Let's have a bit of a look up and through this side. It's saying that the downward passage was here, but we're not seeing too much of it. Now, I'm not seeing any water. What's this? Giant cave of spider, silk web. I don't want people going down into these areas at all. So we need to now stop anything that's actually happening. Let's just go back up to where we dug from. Where's our stuff? Still haven't found any water. So I think we need to bring our own water in. We can flood the bottom layers with our waterfall. There's a giant olm. This is sort of like, if we have a look at the, if you go to health and then go to description, you can see what they are. A giant amphibian predator found underground near water. She's quick to tire. So this one here, if that's near water, where's the water? It could be off to the side for all we know. If there's water down here, it could actually be quite useful. This is the passage down. Yeah, now we're going even deeper down again. This then takes us into a very, very deep area where it descends even further down. So we're now at -6. So this looks quite interesting. This is no longer this deep cavern is different again to what we've seen before. Often there's riches and things down there, so we may get greedy and go for that at some point. So that we do actually have the cavern down through that side. So that's actually just off to the side. If we have a bit of a look as to where, so we've come in over here. All right, so we're coming in over this side. We've hit this area, and we're over a massive drop. This is interesting. We've got like a very small area that goes all the way down to this location here. So we've just happened to have dug out on top of this big area, which is really quite interesting. So we're sort of, you can imagine we've got like this monstrous sort of up sweep just coming into where we are. You can see the shape at the bottom there, and as we come back up, it sort of opens up a little bit, but it's a really deep area. That would be cool for us to actually fill that up with water. Why not? That would make it even more interesting, I guess, for the halls and things that we're trying to sort of build. If we just come back up again. So we don't want to dig it really any deeper than where we are now. In fact, we need to now block off what we've done. Yeah, so we've actually missed everything else. So let's just go back across and erase everything that we've been doing up through this side until we get to, leaving that layer there. I don't want to actually even have that layer established. So we've got a down arrow into a down area into this side, and if we have a bit of a look, it then is going, it's right over that drop. So no matter what we do here, it's going to be a bit of a problem. We want to now block this off, but we have now an opening because we've got the down arrow, the down area has now created a drop that can go straight down into the actual cavern itself, and we don't want that. So what we want to do is we want to just stop this from being a down arrow, which means we have to stop this one from being an upstairs, so we can put a block over the top of this one. And so it means that on this layer here, we're going to have to find a safe place to dig down into here, which we can do pretty much anywhere, I guess. And I mean, the other thing we could do would be to start to make use of this area. How far up down? If you're only another two down, let's do this bit by bit. We'll do it a different way. If we make this an upstair, it means we can ignore the up-down stair below us. So by making it an upstair, we're creating a floor. So let's go and create like a landing in here, just to get started, and then we've already just stopped them from sort of doing anything else there, and I'll also get them to dig out this part of it to start with. So let's just go and so the plan here is, so I'll try to explain what my thought process is. We're going to leave one of the stairs so we get access down. We're then going to remove one section of stair on one side, like on this lower side where the people actually are. So where my mouse is going, we're going to channel out the stair there, and then we're going to build an upstair. And that will then create a floor and stop anything from going down any further. That will then create a block. They won't be able to get back up again. And if I'm really want to be sure about that one, what I can then go and do is actually put flooring down and then build it on top, just to be super secure. I don't think I have to do that. Now to go and get rid of the stair that's existing, we then go into this digging orders. And we go to this designate construction walls, floors, and other constructed tiles to be removed, including stairs. So we essentially just go across to there, remove both of those, and this will then channel this one out. And that then creates a downstair. So we now have a downstair leading to an up-down stair, which then opens to the cavern. So we want to now put some walling, some floor over this side. We've still got access up, otherwise we wouldn't be able to get up into the fortress. So in this case, we're just going to put some floor across this side. So let's just go to construction, in through here, floor, put the floor across those two. We've got Gabbro right here, so we'll just go and use that. So somebody will come down and start to construct this. Here we go. And that's now been done. So we've now got this one where we've now got a piece of flooring that is now sort of secure. Now what we'll do is we'll now go and create an upstair here. So I could have probably just created the upstair, but I'm just a bit unsure about the upstair underneath coming back up into another downstair. I think there's still a piece of floor in between, but this one I know I've got a piece of floor in between. So we just go back across, and we're now going to, we can't etch away, we can't designate stairs because we've not got nothing here anymore. We still need the access to go and do this. So we'll now just go back across to the constructions, and we're now going to go and construct stairs. So we now go to here, and we now start going back up again. In fact, I need to go and get my Oh, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Go up to here. So if I do that, and I've got gabbro, I've got 3 gabbro down there. That'll do. Actually, I might make it out of microline. So that will then construct the upstairs at this point in time. And until that's done, I can't then get rid of these either. There we go. That one's now done. That then means that we can now go back in, go to this designation, and destroy that. Okay, and then we can put the flooring back on there again. You can see that this looks like there is flooring underneath there. I'm just not 100% sure if it's going to do what we need it to do, but I can't get rid of this until I've got the upstairs happening in through that side, and then we're done. So that's actually fairly good. We'll just build the upstairs. Sorry, we'll build the flooring to start with. So just go back across. This is just for safety's sake. We then go over the top of this one, get rid of the downstairs by constructing floor. Put the gabbro floor back in. Such a detailed game, isn't it? It's just incredible. There we are. And that actually is now secure, but let's just, for the neatness sake, we will go and just construct our upstairs as well. And again, we just go and go up to the next level. We used microline, we'll just use microline again. So we do actually replace these stairs with the constructed stairs. So you can actually replace the ones that you etch. And I often do that if I'm going through sand or something. I just want to have something a bit more secure. So this is good. We've actually now got this into this sort of position, and we're actually out of time, guys. So we're sort of in a position now to sort of start working on this fortress as we come back up through the different levels to this level through here. Things are looking really, really cool. We've got beds set up, so we can start in the next episode building what we need to build. We'll have a quick look and see if there's any other weird and wonderful creatures before we go. Just go to others. We've still got the troll floating around. We've got elk birds. These are in this area. They wouldn't really worry us at all. So we've got the. Just go back and have another look at the others. The troll, is that still in that other layer? Yeah, it's still floating around on this layer through here. There may be opportunities for us in this new layer that we've actually hit as well to do different things. But we've got options now to start to sort of play with the fortress, which is great. We're sort of getting a much better a clear feel about what's going on. And even though we've discovered all this stuff, we've actually locked ourselves safely inside. We've got very, very good security with our fortress, which is super important when you are playing Dwarf Fortress if you are going to survive for any length of time. There's a fox that'll be outside, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's outside. Now, it's spooked by something. If we have a look at the description, it hasn't been hit by anything, but it is a bit terrified by something. I don't know what. It's terrified while in conflict. But conflict with who? Again, I don't know. I'm still worried about that hand thing. It does concern me greatly. We've still got these guys outside. We can't do much about them. Now, you can see that we're now starting to go through our food and drink as well. So we are now going to need to start to work on getting that under control. So we'll probably have to make that a bit of a priority as well. I think we're going to start playing with the aquifer and plan really ahead in the next session to sort of have like the thought process of actually having the aquifer then feed in to create farming areas, to have pens and pastures as well, and then also for us to be able to have waterfalls and also machinery that actually then makes use of the water as well. We'll be able to use the aquifer to do a lot of the stuff internally inside our fortress. We just need to get more and more wood inside. So as we create bigger areas, if we just go to F2 again, I'm happy enough with this. I mean, really what I can do is actually just even create more of the wood stockpile. I might just do it out here actually. If we just go and view the stockpile, just get more and more stuff, even if it's just down in here, I'm happy with that. Just go and paint this area. Means we're going to be walking through wood everywhere, but that's okay. That just means that we can be self-sufficient underground for a lot longer than because we'll have access to the wood if we do need it. Anyway, guys, going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We didn't actually have too much action yet, but things will ramp up as things sort of develop. We do have to get ready for the trade caravans as well, so we've got a little bit of work to do. We will have to plan around how we're going to start to sort of handle the trade aspects of the actual fortress. We may try to do something even in around here somewhere. We do actually have the ability to do that. So, yeah, we do have a bit to move where we can actually maneuver until we actually hit this level here. We're going to have to find a way to actually get the trade caravan down into our fortress when they do arrive. So that's going to be something that we'll do as well a little bit later on. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next episode.